Welcome to the Nürnberg Message channel. I'm your host Shunakshi Chakravarti and this is the 16th edition of BioFark India. One-stop platform, one-stop shop where we get companies, small and big, all the key players that is involved in the Indian organic market, the Indian natural market. But today, if you're guessing why am I standing at a supermarket, it is because I am here in a sprawling, really big, one of the leading and most premium supermarket chains here in the national capital, Modern Bazaar. It is premium not because it's big, it is because it is a pioneer in the supermarket space. And I am joined here today by with its MD, Mr. Kunal Kumar, who will be taking us through the Modern Bazaar story, the journey, most importantly, why the supermarket bazaar is expanding and how is it expanding, and the very important topic that we will touch upon and highlight is the Indian organic market and how supermarkets like Modern Bazaar are pouring into it and why it is a big game changer for this entire industry and the sector. I am excited about standing in a supermarket for once, not shopping, but on the other side, talking to the founder of the leading chain of stores here across 4 cities, 21 stores. Mr. Kunal Kumar, thank you so much for taking the time out. And let's just begin with the Modern Bazaar journey and the story from the first day to today, everything about it.
So Modern Bazaar is a 53-year-old brand now. My father started this in 1971.
Right.
And we all grew up with this one store which was there, where all the elite, the politicians, the celebrities, the actors, and all the top people, VVIPs of the city used to come.
Right.
I joined him in 1991 after I did electrical engineering, and I was very keen that I should go to do an MBA to the US, as all my
batchmates,
they were going,
friends.
but my father didn't let me go. He said that he will teach me MBA in India, in the stores. So I joined him in 91, and then for 13 years I worked with him in one-off store where I learned the ways of the retail industry, and I was guided and advised by him. And in 2004 we had a fire, and the whole store was wiped out. My father
This
retired.
was your store in Vasant Vihar?
Yeah.
Right.
This was the iconic store, which was one standalone store.
Right.
And there was only one store. And then he retired and he told me that you do whatever you want to. And I didn't know anything else apart from a food retail supermarket. So within a year, I started my small shop in the same market.
Right.
And then slowly, the customers started patronizing us again.
Right.
And they found me to be very, very genuine, and personalized service was given to the customers. So we started growing. And then after a couple of years, we started, we took another store in Gurgaon and another one in Select. And one by one, we kept opening stores.
Right.
By the time we reached the lockdown, we had 11 stores. And in the lockdown, because what happened was that we had a very, very good supply chain. And we were very sincere to the customers. The whole of Delhi got groceries on the right price. Nothing was inflated. And, we went from here to here. And then in the last 3 years, we've opened another 10 stores.
Wow. So not only expansion and expanding, but also 53 years of Modern Bazaar. And like you were telling me, 33 years just you.
For me,
33 years for you and 53 years for Modern Bazaar. Which brings me to my next question about the expansion. But before that, for the uninitiated, for somebody who may not know, what was the need to start something like a Modern Bazaar 53 years back? What was the thought behind it, if you can take us back?
So my grandfather had a store in Lucknow.
Oh, okay.
So my father didn't want to be there in Lucknow. He said, I will go to the capital.
Right.
And in 1971, he thought that, imported goods or goods which are not available normally should be given to the customers. And that's why he opened the store.
So an upgrade for a certain section of the society, the elite, the premium, to upgrade from the Kirana store to a premium supermarket. Is that right?
Yes.
Right.
It was one of place where, there was self-service.
Right.
And you could move around the aisles and pick up things and go to the cash counter. It was very women-oriented. Um, my father was also, he always used to find the lady staff more sincere, and same is the case with us. My stores are also run primarily by ladies,
Right.
and because obviously they are more efficient.
We like to hear that. What is the gap that it is that you are bridging between then and now? Over the last 50 years, what have been the practices that have changed, that new practices that have come in, old practices that have gone out, or some old practices that still continue? Because see, at the end of the day, for the common man, a kirana store is still a kirana store. Why would somebody walk into a supermarket?
No, so what happens is that
has it got something to do with westernization of shopping and consumption?
It was always westernized, but there's a mix of some personal touch,
right,
personalized feeling. Right. The customer in Modern Bazaar feels connected to Modern Bazaar. Most of the layouts of the store are similar. Right. We have sections which are
very segregated and very decently divided.
Obviously, competition has copied, but we are always the first ones to start, like a similar section, like a health organic section.
Yes. Where we are standing in right now.
So this was never, this was a concept I started. Health, gluten-free, low-fat, diabetic, all these things were clubbed into one section, and the customer could get a full range of these when he came to,
Right.
Then came the superfoods. Then came the more, it's now becoming more and more vegan, plant-based.
Correct.
Everybody's getting more and more health conscious. I think 10, 15 years back when we had started something like this, people, again, I used to learn from the customers. When they used to, I'm standing in a store and they used to ask me something, I used to say, okay, let me do this.
Yeah.
And then I'm in touch with the customers, and then we inform them. And they only taught us.
So, broaden our knowledge on this topic. Like you mentioned, you've got these different sections of within your store. It's divided very neatly and decently: meat, grocery, etc., health and organics. But what is it that makes Modern Bazaar stand apart from its competitors? I mean, the competitors also offer the same thing. What is it about Modern Bazaar?
They've also emulated us a little bit. Because we always start the trend.
They've been inspired.
Yeah, but the thing is that what happens is one person might be able to do something better in one category, but it's all the categories together which are good because of the supply chain we have.
Correct.
We do imports from all over the world. We have tied up with the farmers. We have tied up with, and what we do is, we are always the first one. I remember we were the first ones to get organic quinoa into India.
Oh,
one of the first ones.
Interesting.
Yeah, from South America and UK.
Right.
UK was the branded one, and South America was the loose ones which we packed in our own brand. So we are always the pioneers wherever the product is new.
Right. Over the years, of course, 50 years back, I'm sure the idea of organic and gluten-free was very alien to people. But over the last 5 to 6 decades in India, I'm sure in the last few years alone, we have seen, how rapidly this organic market has boomed and expanded and grown. To help us understand from a consumption point of view, consumer point of view, what are the differences that you see in old habits of consumption and now?
No, I think,
into consumers buying organic products.
Initially, it was started where very few people knew about organic, and they were not sure about the authenticity,
whether it is organic
authenticity
or no,
of the, we used to get certifications, we used to get all sorts of tests done on them. And obviously when now the category and all the industries have really grown with this.
Right.
And probably we started with 3 or 4 brands.
Right.
And today if you see, they're close to 30 brands.
Right.
And probably there were 10 or 15 SKUs that time. And now you will get everything organic. Even I've seen sanitary pads and hygiene things are being made certified organic.
Right.
So now everything is available, and the market is growing month by month.
Right.
It's not going down. I can see that most companies which have come are now stable, and they are increasing their portfolio and increasing their SKU range.
So take us through your product range, especially the organic section that we are standing in right now. I mean, 50 years ago, Kirana store probably didn't have a separate organic section, but 50 years later, we are standing in a separate section where it's called health and organics here at Modern Bazaar. So just to help us understand the product range, what are the organic products, how many products you have, etc. brands.
So the pulses is something which is available with most companies.
Right.
Some of them come up with other, like spices, or even this turmeric is different types of turmeric are there.
Right.
We have ghees, we've got cookies, cereals, pasta which is made of not of maida, but chickpeas, and muesli is made up of lentils. Then we've got all sorts of gluten-free mixes.
Right.
Gluten-free pastas again, and all these are some of the things we are importing, like the wheat germ or replacement for
maida cookies,
and all
of it.
Yeah.
And is there anything that is not made in organic? Everything is available in organic.
Everything is there. This is a section, but in the categories also some organic products are being kept.
Okay.
Plant-based products, vegan products, organic products, all are available in the sections.
Right. So now in your assessment, I want to understand that the Indian organic market. What is your assessment of it? Where are we standing today? Our positioning today within India? Which cities are faring well? Globally, where does India stand in the organic market?
I think see, most of the things are being now manufactured in India, and we are now starting to export it all over the world.
Right.
So the surplus is there. They are making it for Indians. Indians are using it, and I was very surprised. Even Amul has come.
Yes.
They're also coming. So that means it's a big category, and they are slowly what will happen is they will start. The lower middle class, the middle class will also start using this if the price difference is not too much. If the price difference is too much, then marginally they have to be marginal.
The most common question is, why is organic so expensive?
Well, I think it can be brought down. What is happening is they are making things more in bulk. Previously, the organic market was smaller, so the costs were higher. I think when they start making a lot of more turnover, the prices will go down. And obviously, there were lots of stuff used to get expired too, which will not start getting expired, because now they are starting to export also. So they will bring down the prices, I think.
Okay. You said that you also work with the farmers, or there is some association that Modern Bazaar has with farmers. Help us understand that.
So we've got some organic vegetables coming from companies like Live Organic and a few of other companies. So we go and check the authenticity and check the organic content. We got certification rechecked, and we are dealing directly with them. They even are getting us some staples, some other things. Slowly, we are going to be making it in our own white label, Modern Bazaar, which can be, circulated within our stores.
Right. Does Modern Bazaar produce anything of its own? Produce any items of its own?
We do a lot, but I won't say organic.
It's not organic.
We have our own bakery. We have our own non-veg kebabs and all, dips, lots of things, but not organic as such. We have gluten-free bread, which we make, or health bread, which does not have wheat, but not organic.
But you're looking at it, entering into that space as
well.
Yeah,
so now my next category is going to be, I'm going to start making with the organic components or ingredients, some bakery products in organics.
Okay. I want to ask you about the sales. What has been the organic sales like for you at Modern Bazaar over the last, maybe just like, let's say for example 2-3 years alone,
So
or 5 years?
I think it's
Has it picked up?
in the lockdown it surged.
Yes.
Everybody wanted to have a
Healthy lifestyle.
organic
Yeah.
and healthy, and they thought or whatever that by eating organic they will not get COVID.
Yeah.
So everybody was trying
A lot of
everything.
myths.
Yeah, everybody was trying to use
Yeah.
sanitizers and eat organic food. It surged. This was all empty.
Oh.
It could not be replenished.
Oh.
It used to come and used to finish. And then obviously the trend went down, but now it's a little stable and it's growing. So I think probably out of the grocery market, 10 to 15% or 20% is organic. Yeah.
So that's a good
Yeah,
number.
that's a
for you.
good-
That's a good number for you.
With us, because people again come to Modern Bazaar,
Right.
they have the full variety.
Yeah.
That's the reason you, I think, caught me also. And this 30-40 companies, imported and Indian mix, will only be available in Modern Bazaar.
When it comes to Modern Bazaar, I'm a consumer as well. I have personally visited the stores. I also sometimes look up its online store to order. There is so much competition. I don't think there's two guesses to that. Let's talk about that. Your space, your positioning with your competitors in such a rapidly growing e-commerce retail space. Let's talk about this industry a little bit.
So I think with the competition in the supermarkets, I don't think we have too much of competition. Some stores are very, very high. High means they only keep very high priced products, and some of them are very low.
Okay.
I think we are positioned in the middle, and I think that's the reason we are number one, because the customer is choosing us
Right.
in the offline stores.
Right.
Where online is concerned, see, it's coming up very big. They have a lot of funds. They have a lot of backing, but again, they cannot have such variety in dark stores.
Right.
They anyway are saying it's dark. So the customer obviously thinks, imagine we have non-veg and we have organic chicken. Now nobody's going to be ordering organic chicken from
A dark store.
because he doesn't know where it's coming from.
Correct.
Whereas look at the refrigeration and the power backup and everything which we have, 24-hour power backup, and everything is stored in the optimum temperature range. So that's why we have lost around 10 to 15% to online, but still 85% I think world over is obviously offline.
For the benefit of our audience, please tell them what is a dark store.
So the dark store is which the online players open, and they do not allow the customer to go in. It's a warehouse. We don't know, because I don't have them, what is happening in those dark stores.
Right.
But the online players, they just pick it up from there and they deliver very fast. And because it's not got all the variety, because they can't get very big dark stores also.
Correct.
So if they have very big dark stores, then it's going to be the same as us.
Right. My last couple of questions as we conclude this interview. Sustainability, Mr. Kumar, is the talk of the town. In fact, globally, everybody's talking about sustainability. Businesses, in fact, are pledging towards a sustainable future, and sustainability is a goal. Is this something that is part of the Modern Bazaar's business plan and the roadmap ahead? How important is sustainability to you?
Well, where we are concerned, we obviously are the pioneers and the number one in this category. So we will sustain. Probably the smaller kiranas and the smaller chains, people who, in the lockdown, lots of people started food supermarkets because they thought this is the only foolproof business, and because in the lockdown we did not shut. So now basically, since we've upped our game a lot.
Right.
We will obviously, my plan is to now double these stores in the north of India before we think of other areas in North India, smaller cities, more maybe express stores. In some localities we are not there, and keep growing. In the next 2 years, we should be 45 stores. Yeah.
Okay, so in the next 2 years, from 21, you said?
Yeah.
21 to 45
So
stores.
4 more are opening now.
Okay.
We've already signed 4 to open by Diwali.
All right.
So we will be 25 by then. And
Great.
then we have to just...
But when it comes to sustainable pledges and sustainable goals, is there anything that you're doing internally with your community, with your employees, or do you plan on taking up some sustainable pledges, because everybody is, taking to it?
Yeah, we are doing a lot of things. We have a very old staff base. There's basically more of women, so they don't run here and there,
Okay.
and they are the ones who are driving these people
Right.
to work more, because we have lower income group
Right.
people also working in the stores, but they are all very motivated, and they like to be connected with Modern Bazaar. So these are the people. The team will, it's how good your team is.
Right.
So my team is good, and they will do their best,
Right.
and probably make us even fight. What happens is the Indian consumer likes to feel, touch, see. He obviously does order online also, but 85 to 90% people are still going to be
Right.
connected and coming to the stores, because it's a source of entertainment also.
Absolutely. And maybe, someone like me would consider clocking in her steps as well into a big store like this. You can just walk around,
Yeah,
pick
exactly.
your stuff, clock your steps and out.
So if yesterday you'd come here,
Yeah.
on a weekend, there are more than 1 lakh people coming.
I was actually just going to ask you, what is your footfall like through the week and
On
the
a weekend, it's 1,500 people in the store, in this store. And weekdays is also not bad, around 700-800
Okay.
people, because it's
It's a weekday.
it's a weekday, and people are coming,
Right.
and they like to shop.
Right. What have been some of the most memorable achievements and highlights of Modern Bazaar? I want you to spell it out for us. I've done my research in the last few years. Some awards, some recognitions.
Yeah, so we've got we've received lots of awards from. There was a Golden Spoon Award. There was a Retail iTech Award.
Right.
There was a Franchise India Award. We received all those awards. A food icon for me. All across, I think from 2018 till 2023, we've received all these awards.
Right.
And more to
More to come.
More to come. Yeah.
God willing, and wishing you all the luck for that. My last question to you would be a platform like BioFark India, which brings all players, small and big, like I said, like you, businessmen, entrepreneurs like you, retailers like yourself, under one platform, and a show on a niche topic such as the organic market in India. What do you have to say about it, and how does it motivate people like you?
No. So I'm very excited. I'm very happy that I missed it last year, but I'm very excited and happy because you guys are doing a very good job. Obviously, because you are educating more and more people. You are, I think, solving each other's problems and taking things forward. I think it's a great platform, and I'm looking forward.
Mr. Kumar, thank you so
Thank
much
you.
for taking the time
Thank
out
you.
to take us through the Modern Bazaar journey, the story. 53 years is no less than a legacy business, a family legacy, a story in itself, and Mr. Kumar carrying forward that legacy, of course, of his father. While now I hop on to my grocery monthly shopping, I'm sure that's not a problem for you.
No.
You just walk back home with all the entire list that you have
sure.
given.
Yeah.
And I will now continue with my monthly shopping. But this interesting chat has been very insightful from somebody like Mr. Kumar, who is a pioneer and a premium and a name in this supermarket and retail food sector and supermarket industry. Thanks for watching.